The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 107, The Archive. I could sense from the chief inspector's demeanor that he still didn't believe my explanation. So, I leaned forward and shouted into his face, that man was hot-tempered, drunk, and foolish. He was an absolute idiot. He slapped a young girl, and that was the last time he'd ever do it. He got what he deserved. But you, as the esteemed chief inspector, were only concerned about the extra medals you could pin on your chest if you could hang someone for this. You were paid to protect that little girl. Without waiting for his response, I walked past him and ascended the stairs. I clutched the keys tightly in my hand, uncertain which doors they would unlock. After climbing a few steps, I heard his voice from behind, "I'm afraid you won't find much in there." I stopped, turned to face him, and he continued, "Before coming here, I met an old colleague from the Secret Service, MI5, at the pub. He claimed that they had hastily moved the Central Archive to an undisclosed location to make way for a new MI5 office behind the National Register. This way, they could easily access people's personal files. It seems that a new era is dawning. In the upcoming years, they will likely begin tapping phone lines to gather detailed information on citizens." I was at a loss for words. I considered tossing the keys at him, accusing him of luring me here for an unofficial police investigation. However, it wasn't necessary. I had already told him what he knew, and I could see from his expression that he still considered the case unsolved. He stood up and joined me on the stairs, saying, "On the other hand, I don't believe they'd moved the archive very far from here. Otherwise, there would have been a long procession of trucks through the city, and there hasn't been." Through the windows of the massive old door, you could already see that they were beginning extensive construction work in the room. The door was unlocked. We stepped into a vast hall, resembling an abandoned, colossal movie theater. Though the lights were off, faint glimmers seeped through tall windows along both sides, securely guarded by sturdy iron bars. It was evident that some large cabinets had stood against the walls, retaining the old-fashioned wallpaper's color and pattern in certain spots. The goal of the renovation project seemed to be splitting this immense space into meeting rooms and offices. In various spots, numerous bundles of thin wires dangled from the ceiling. The chief inspector pointed at the wires, saying, "The man was right. They're turning this place into a surveillance hub. Through those wires, they can easily tap the entire country's phones." He gestured toward the marks the cabinets had left on the walls and continued, "Large cabinets can't just vanish into thin air." He scratched his neck and revealed, years ago, at the police station, they spoke of a massive underground bunker being secretly constructed nearby. I can imagine they've relocated the cabinets there, but I have no clue about the bunker's location or how to access it. I looked at him and suggested, "If you leave me here alone for an hour, I can explore and assess my options. It seems I'm hitting a dead end whichever way I turn." I handed him the keys and added, "Thanks for your assistance. I'll lock up when I leave." He took the keys, turned, and exited the building. I blew sawdust off a chair and sat down. I'd been on my feet all day. Might as well grab some coffee and contemplate my next move. Everything appeared bleak and hopeless.